Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And I'm Tyler. Together we make up kovray. Welcome to another episode of Check It Out, where we introduce various board games to you.
On this week's Check It Out, we take a look at Grimm Masquerade.
Check it out. Grimm Masquerade is a 2 to 5 player set collection deduction game published by Druid City Games and Skybound Games. It's designed by Tim and Ben Eisner and James Hudson. The art is done by Mr. Cuddington. You're invited to the Beast's Ball, where you take on the role of a fairy tale character. You're gonna want to try and keep your identity a secret, but also unmask the other characters to collect roses. Now, let's take a quick look at how to play this game.
In Grimm Masquerade, your overall goal is to collect the most roses by the end of the 3 rounds. Beginning of each round, you'll be assigned a fairy tale character that has their boons and their banes. Boons are things they really love, and banes are things that they detest. So for example, if we take a look at Cinderella, she loves that glass slipper, but time is not her friend. On your turn, you'll pick up 2 cards, one at a time, assigning one to yourself and one to another player. You'll want to collect boons, as if you get 3 of your own, you win the round. But if you get 2 of your banes, you get eliminated. And this is the fun aspect. As you assign artifacts, you'll see what players are going for. The other thing to note too is you can use 2 of your cards to take an action, one of which includes unmasking a character. So you can point a finger and take a guess at if they are indeed Hansel. However, if they're not, they get a rose, so be careful with your guesses. At the end of each round, the last player standing, or the player that collects the boons, wins the Rose Trophy, which increases in amount of roses per round. And at the end of the 3 rounds, the player with the most roses wins. Will you be the most renowned fairy tale character at the Grimm Masquerade? Or will your roses wilt? So what do you think?
I really like this game. It's very nostalgic, reminds me of my childhood because of all the fairy tale characters, so that's a first grabbing point for me. The deduction piece is really interesting. I like the fact that you can draw 1 card at a time and you end up giving one to somebody and keeping one for yourself, because you get these little hints as to what people are and aren't. So, and I think that's the important part, is you learn who they aren't. So it makes it easier to point the finger and get points.
The game is also beautiful. The illustrations are absolutely fantastic and the production quality is great. What I really enjoy as well is the variability in this game. As each round you'll get various action cards. You always have the pointing your finger, but the other ones can be different. Some are beneficial to you while some are not. So it's really interesting to adapt to the circumstances and try to play the best deduction element there.
So why should you check it out?
If you like deduction games, if you like beautiful games, if you love that nostalgia of the fairy tale and the Grimm brothers, definitely check this game out.
If you're really into those types of games where you like to bluff or try and trick your friends into believing that you're another character, then this is definitely a game that you'll enjoy as well.
There's definitely lots of moments of, you were the big bad wolf, what? So why shouldn't you check it out?
I think if you're not really into social deduction games, then this game probably isn't for you. I know it's not the centerpiece of the game, but it's still definitely a very focused point of the game.
There's also a little bit of luck in this game as well, as if you draw cards that aren't really benefit, sometimes you're just forced to get your own bane, which isn't the great feeling. So if luck, if you want to avoid luck, maybe this also isn't the game for you.
So overall, I think it's a pretty good game. I really enjoy it, it's nostalgic, and I'm super excited to see what it's like played with more than 2 people. The 2-player variant is slightly modified for 2 players, so it'll be exciting to get to the board once we have more people.
Me too, I'm really excited as well. I really like games that invite more people into the hobby, and the nostalgic elements of Cinderella or Red Riding Hood, it just draws you in, because who doesn't want to be Red Riding Hood?
And these types of games are always easy to introduce to people. This one's relatively quick to play. It's overall just an exciting game.
Sure is. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you see, give us that thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing as well.
Yeah.
There's also a little bell icon which can notify you when we post new videos.
Yeah, and be sure to check us out on all of our social media. We'll link everything in the description below.
Now for the question of the day.
Exactly.
We have,
What is your favorite fairy tale character and why?
Mine are the 7 dwarves. Because they're pretty cool and their names match their personality.
I think my favorite character is the Beast. I just like the idea of evolving into something that starts to care for someone.
Well, thank you so much for watching and for checking us out.
Bye.
Bye.